Hey, it's Tony here at Smart Toyota. Today's vehicle video, this brand new 2021 Toyota Sienna XSE edition. Today we're going to walk around the XSE, learn all about the features on the interior, exterior. Let's jump in and get started. Okay, beginning up front on the XSE edition, we've got a full complement of LED lights, including LED daytime running lights, LED headlights, turn signals, and daytime running lights. This is a hybrid, so you get the hybrid badging with the gloss black trim up around here, brushed aluminum trim. Looks really sharp on there. Behind that Toyota badge are some sensors for your dynamic radar cruise control. And then up behind the steering or the windshield here, right there, there's more sensors that work with your lane departure, pedestrian detection. There's also some sensors down in the bumper here, little buttons there for your parking assist. Now on the XSE, you get this huge gloss black grille, kind of piano black grille, looks really nice on there. And then the lower air dam as well. So they're really going with a low profile, striving for a sporty look on a minivan. And I think they did a pretty good job for the Sienna. By no means is it going to win any drag races, but it sure looks nice. Really nice low profile on here. And then the new lines, similar to what we saw on the Highlander. Really nice long wheelbase and a smooth ride on the Sienna for sure. Now down here we've got an 18-inch cast aluminum wheels with this bright chrome wheel cover. Really pops on that. And we do have four-wheel disc brakes, anti-lock brakes, and traction control. Now this is the all-wheel drive edition, so as a result we also have electronic rear-wheel drive with the front-wheel drive. So for the most part it's running around as a front-wheel drive vehicle, but then there's electric motors to power the rear wheels when you need it. Hybrid badging down here on the lower rocker panels, which also have that gloss black trim on there. And you have a kick sensor right here, which allows you to swipe your foot under there to be able to open up the sliding door. Let me give that a try here. There it goes. Your outside mirrors are piano black as well. There's no indicators or turn signals in the mirrors though, that's unusual. And then we have chrome trim going up and around the door, chrome door handles, smart keyless entry system. We do have blind spot monitoring on the mirrors, heated outside mirrors, power mirrors, folding mirrors as well, but no turn signals. I thought that was kind of interesting. Some of the other models do have LED turn signals. Also on the XSE trim, we have the power sliding moonroof, no luggage rack or roof rail systems, at least not on this one. You can see we do have privacy glass. You can still close these doors just by tugging on the handle there, and that'll bring it back into position. So a variety of ways to be able to open that up. What do you think of the lines across the back up over the wheel walls? Very similar to what we saw in the Highlander. As we swing around to the back, we do have a full complement of LED taillights, LED third brake light, which is actually behind the glass here, colored to match, spoiler up top, and then a shark fin antenna up there as well. Rear washer wiper, standard. And the SE does have blacked out Sienna badging. Blue, there's your blue hybrid badge. But XSE and hybrid down here, that's not blacked out. Then you do have a gloss black lower bumper with your parking sensors and a gunmetal gray trim down on the bottom of there as well. So they're really going for a nice low profile sporty look. Up under here is where we find our backup camera for parking and backing up the vehicle. Really a nice looking style. What do you think of the way these taillights kind of wrap around and down the side of the Sienna? Really an interesting look. So we're going to go ahead and swing around to the front here, and then we'll pop the hood, take a look at the power plant, and then we'll... Okay, under the hood on the Sienna Hybrid, this is the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder 16 valve gasoline engine, and it's connected to a CVT automatic transmission. Then over on this side is all of your electric motors for your front wheel drive. So the two of these work together to help you get fantastic fuel economy. So the engine and the transmission, the gas engine and the transmission, have a 5-year 60,000 mile powertrain warranty. The Synergy system is an 8-year 100,000 mile on your electric motor system. And then the hybrid battery is 10 years 150,000 mile warranty. Also, you get Toyota Care, which covers your basic maintenance, so your fluid top-offs, your oil change, anything that Toyota recommends, including your tire rotations. That's all going to be covered for 2 years or 25,000 miles, part of Toyota Care. The engine and transmission actually put out 245 horsepower, which is pretty good horsepower out of a 4-cylinder 2.5, and that really helps to contribute to that awesome gas mileage. Can you believe, out of a vehicle of this size, 7-passenger, 35 miles per gallon combined city and highway, so that's pretty terrific fuel economy. Take a look at the window tag real quick. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Now this one's sold, so I just want to do a video before it goes away. It's the Sienna XSE all-wheel drive 7-passenger. Base price is $42,760. This one has floor mats $220, paint film $395. So with the destination fee $44,550, and this is pretty much the top of the line or loaded XSE. So about $45,000, and we sell every one we can get. So if you want one, give us a call. So starting on the driver's door on the interior, you'll see this is Soft-Tech fabric padded armrest, but they're using an orange contrast stitching on the interior. So this is kind of a gray with a black lower. There's bottle holders down there. There's a speaker. There's a storage tray right here. Throw your odds and ends. Automatic one-touch windows all the way around with backlight switches, power locks, power mirrors. Love the brushed aluminum or the silver door handles that they're using on the Toyotas now. It's those little styling cues that I think set it apart. Here's a look at our driver's seat. So this is going to be a Soft-Tech fabric seat. It's got a nice pattern in there, adjustable headrest, and they're using that orange contrast stitching all the way around as well. Really a nice looking, comfortable seat. Again, Soft-Tech with full power and power lumbar support on the driver's seat. Down on the lower part of the dash, there's some switches, gas door release, power on and off for the sliding doors, traction controls, automatic high beams on and off, and these are your dimmer switch and your trip meter for your odometer. And then there's a little storage compartment right here, throw your pocket change, and this has a rubber liner in it, similar to what's down on the bottom here, which means stuff won't rattle around when you throw your pocket change in there. No rattling, hopefully. Let's go ahead and jump inside and check it out. So behind the wheel of the XSE, the steering wheel is unique on the XSE. It's a perforated leather steering wheel with this orange contrast stitching that we saw on the seats, and they use that stitching throughout. So you'll see here on the center console, this is actually Soft-Tech fabric with the orange stitching, and then they take that up and over into the dashboard, over into the passenger compartment, and then wrap it up into the seats. So a pretty interesting contrast, but it looks really nice on this. It's Toyota's attempt to give this a sporty feel for the Sienna, which is hard to say on a minivan, but they did a pretty good job here. On the steering wheel, these are controls for your cruise control and your dynamic radar cruise control and your lane departure on and off. Of course, we do have a driver's side airbag with the Toyota badging. And then on the left-hand side, these are the controls for your smartphone, voice activation, and then these controls are fingertip controls for the information center, which which is right up in the center of your gauge cluster. And we'll go over that in just a second. On this side, we've got our turn signals, we've got our headlight controls, we do have automatic headlights and LED fog light controls right there. And then over on the right hand side, these are our wiper controls. Front wiper controls are intermittent, rear washer wiper controls are intermittent as well. And then we'll take a look at our gauge cluster. So as a hybrid, the left hand side of the gauge cluster, that's where we've got our gauges for our electronic or our battery power, temperature gauge for the engine, information center right here, speedometer, and fuel gauge on the right there. And then let's go ahead and go back here. So our information center right smack dab in the middle. Back to the beginning. So we've got a variety of information: outside temperature, clock, speedometer, fuel gauge, parking gauges, and then as we kind of move left or to the right, we've got a compass, sound system controls, fuel trip computer. Oh, that one right there is the safety sense settings. So right there is where you can change your personalization for lane tracing, pre-collision, blind spot monitoring, parking assist, rear cross traffic alert, and then parking assist for your backup parking, and then road sign assist. So there's a lot of great information in there. You can personalize it, set it up the way you like, and you're good to go. Let's take a look over at our information center. So this is an 8-inch touchscreen with dynamic navigation, points of interest set up in there, so you can move it around with your fingers just like you would an iPad or your smartphone. We do have FM, AM, FM, and Sirius XM satellite radio, and also Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and it's Alexa compatible. Nice stack there, easy to look at, doesn't block outside the window at all, gives you good visibility from the drivers, easy to read at a glance. Below that is where we find our temperature controls for our outside temperature, or our inside temperature, I'm sorry. So we can set up front driver, front passenger. There's actually 4 climate zones. So driver, front passenger, second row, and then the third row seats. Down here are your heated seat controls, front driver, front passenger, rear window defrost, front window defrost, and of course automatic air conditioning. Vents are here. There's 4 of these vents across the front. I like the silver trim that runs all the way down through the switches and all the way over into your dashboard. We do have side curtain airbags and passenger side airbags. There's a package shelf for kind of a running all the way across the top of here. Now there's no wireless charging on the XSE trim, but there is a place right here you can drop your cell phone. It makes it easy to read if you drop it in like so. 2 cup holders up front. Here's your shifter, that's a leather wrapped. Here's our drive modes, electronic parking and brake. There's a USB plug right there, so you can plug your phone in, push button start. There's also a storage cup holder right here. This will also hold your phone, so if you want to drop your phone there, you can do it there as well. Last time I did that, I forgot my phone in the car. And then the center console itself, this is pretty interesting. So there's 2 separate armrests, one here, and they're both covered with the Soft-Tech fabric with that orange stitching there. But then this opens up and it is a huge space down there. You can see that goes all the way up to my elbow. So plenty of room there, and then there's 2 backlit USB ports right there. So a USB-C and a standard USB as well. Now this all looks really nice. It's kind of a charcoal gray, but it is plastic, so if you put stuff in here, I know it's going to rattle around. I wish they used soft fabrics around in that area as well. We do have passenger assist grips up here, lighted vanity mirrors on both sides. Power liftgate controls are up here, overhead lighting, power moonroof controls. Notice that moonroof does have a shade you can pull shut. What else we have up here? Safety connect, and then your kid convex mirror for keeping your eye on the kids in the back seat. We have a day-night mirror with home link, so you can set up to 3 different devices, and it's also an automatic dimming mirror. So a really, really great cockpit up front. Very, very spacious. I love this part here. This throws back kind of to the Prius when it first came out. So your dash, Toyota's calling it the bridge, but so you've got everything up here, but then there's all this storage room down here, and there's also another power port down here. So this is a great place to throw your handbag or what have you. There's little trays built into there, and this is actually rubber. This surface is rubber, so stuff doesn't rattle around. I don't know why they didn't put the same rubber surface up here, but this is going to be much quieter when you throw your stuff down there. Let's go ahead and jump in the back seat and check that out. I think there's a lot of cool stuff back there. Okay, let's jump in the back seat. Now the Sienna has kick sensors, so you can just swipe your foot underneath the vehicle right in this area right here, and that'll open those doors up. But the catch is the vehicle cannot be running and the front doors have to be closed for safety purposes. So it's nice, but it's not always going to work whenever you think it's going to work. But you can always push the button or tug the handle to open it if you need to. So let's take a look inside. There is a ton of space in here for cargo and passengers and such. And I wanted to show you the seat system on the Sienna. So if you look down here on the floor, you can see there's tracks here. So these seats slide all the way back to the back of the front of the back seat. It's pretty interesting. They're not removable, which some people see as a problem. But what I like about it is you can put them anywhere in between there. So with it all the way back, it's super easy to get in there. I mean, you could pick up a stroller and slide your stroller almost right in there without taking it apart. Also has these really elongated rubber-coated assist handles, which is going to be great for the little ones getting in and out, or if you have older folks. There's a nice low lift over or step up. It's lower than it was in the predecessor, so it's really easy for folks to be able to get in and out of there. And then, as I said, these seats do slide forward and backwards quite a ways. On your center console, there's USB ports there, place to hang your headphones, and then there's cup holders down on the lower part of the center console as well. If I point my camera up here, there's your overhead heating and air conditioning controls for the backseat passengers, and then passenger assist grips and vents and lights on that side as well. And then there are some cup holders down here in the sides of the seats, those little pockets there. There's also bottle holders in the doors as well. So it's a really comfortable seat. The airbags are built right into the seat, so those airbags will slide forward and backwards with the seats. So a lot of room back there for sure. So opening up the back here, it does have the kick sensor just like we saw up on the front doors. Just swipe your foot under there. Of course, you can use your keyless remote, or there's a switch underneath the door handle as well. I wanted to start out with these seats folded down and those back seats slid all the way forward, just to show you how much space and room. You can see with those seats all the way forward, you can get in and out of the front as well. And then there's some USB charging ports back here. There's cup holders, overhead lighting, more cup holders. There's a large storage area over on this side here. And then I've got these seats down. I wanted to show you how easy they are to bring up. So you can put down 40% or 60% or 100%, just like I have it now. So to bring this seat up, pretty easy to do. They say it takes about 8 pounds of pressure or strength. Just pops up like that. Pretty simple. Another handle right here. Pull that back, let go, locks right into into position, and then your headrest you just bring up like that. So really easy to do. I think any little kid could probably get that up by themselves. And you notice we do have the ability to bring up just one seat or both. So I'll go ahead and bring this one up. Same thing. Look at this. One finger pretty much does itself once you pull it up. And then your other headrest right here, or your other back right there. Headrest up, boom, away you go. There are some places, hooks here for your plastic grocery bags. We also have tethers on the backs of the seats right there for the child safety seats. And then look at how much space is down below here. So I measured it for a customer once, and I want to say it was like 52 inches from top to bottom. So a lot of room. If you're taking a weekend trip and you've got kids in the car, you're going to be able to get most of your heavy baggage back into the center well. Really very, very practical setup. And then if I want to close this, I can either kick again or I can push the button. And down it goes. Okay, so that's the 2021 Toyota Sienna XSE edition, the quote-unquote sports edition of the Sienna. This one is a pre-dawn mica metallic with the gloss black accents. Hey, if you like the video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. If you want more like it, be sure and subscribe to our channel. Let us know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. This is Tony here at Smart Toyota. Thanks for watching.